Hey gamers, Rick here with Game Trade Media. Today's episode of Building Character is a little special one. We thought we'd have a little fun today. I was in the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons group today, and I posted up a post that said, hey, what kind of stats would Chuck Norris have for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons? And I thought that was pretty funny. There's been a lot of comments on it. So here we have Chuck with us today. He doesn't want to be seen right now. He's being very shy. The weird thing is I didn't even turn on the spinner. It's like the world is spinning because of Chuck. It's kind of interesting. Is that how it goes, Johnny?
Yeah, that's accurate.
So, yeah, if you guys could help me stat Chuck, and we'll build a character. Not Chuck the man, not Chuck or any of his characters, but Chuck the meme.
And besides, Chuck is more than a man.
He is more than a man, that's right. So let's, I'm going to open this up. And real quick, I apologize. I'm going to share this. Hey, what's up, Craig and John, Josh, Nick, Peter? Going to put this in the, see if it'll let me share this. There we go. Uh, 5e character, live. Chuck Norris, the meme. There we go. I want it to be fun, you know. We'll do it as how everybody memes him, you know, which makes it kind of funny and fun.
And just so people don't get confused, this is not an actual mini. This is a stress doll, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. This is a stress doll where you can, if you get stressed out, you can take your Chuck Norris. This is from Invasion USA, but this is by SD Toys, by the way. So if you want to get a Chuck Norris stress doll, you can squeeze all the stress away. What's up, Sarah? Hey, Scott. We got a lot of people joining us today. It is Chuck Norris. So yeah, we're going to make a character based around Chuck Norris. But also, before we get into that real quick, I want to give you guys a little heads up. We got this amazing book in recently from Penguin Random House. It is the Dungeons & Dragons Art and Arcana, a visual history of Dungeons & Dragons, which you can pick up at your local comic and game stores, and many other areas. But we always want you to go to your comic or game store to pick this kind of stuff up. So it's a pretty cool book. It shows a lot of the history of Dungeons & Dragons in it, so you can get to see all sorts of cool stuff. Shout outs to different kinds of art and comics and stuff. The cover is obviously the Red Box by Larry Elmore from the basic Red Box that came out years ago. And it's kind of interesting. The individuals that were involved in this are Michael Whitwer, Kyle Newman, John Peterson, and Sam Whitwer. Sam, as you guys and gals might know, was the vampire in Being Human, the American version, and also Doomsday on Smallville and some other great shows. I believe he was also the character body actor for Force Unleashed, the video game, where he played Starkiller, Vader's assassin. So all sorts of cool stuff. And yeah, so you can pick that up. It is a great book. As a matter of fact, we're giving this one away. So after the broadcast, you can go into the chat or onto the actual Game Trade Media page, and there's a image of me holding this. And if you comment and share and all that stuff, I'll do all the little instructions on the picture. Someone will win this. We're going to give it away next Friday, which will be really cool. Let me actually invite Michael to come and check out the video and let him know that we are talking about his book. There we go. All right, so let's get into statting Chuck Norris. I just thought it would be a fun one today. So let's come up with, like, what would his stats be? Should we roll his stats, or do they just are they just what they are? And if all 18s or higher, what do you guys think? Should we roll Chuck Norris's stats? Remember, we are doing a Chuck Norris build based off the meme that is Chuck Norris.
No one rolls Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris rolls them. Nice. Roll those stats, says Nick. All right, here we go. We're going to roll the first stat set here. All right. All right, that doesn't, let me see. That looks like a 8, 9, 10, an 11. An 11. But I don't know. That doesn't seem very Chuck Norris, right? Needs a high dex and a high constitution. They are given. Don't roll. That's Melissa. All right, all 20s. All right, Ethan. That's probably pretty accurate. So a 15. There we go. Well, at first level, this is what Chuck Norris would be, right? Or does he just come out with, fists a flying? So next stat is, what is that? Another 15. Man, this is one of the best stat rolls I've had in a while. Craig says, as I said, we don't stat gods. What is that, 12? All right. And we got 2 more to roll here. 13. And the last one is, what's that? Is that an 18? 18. All right. 18. All right, cool. We rolled an 18 for Chuck Norris there. So where are we going to put these bad boys? He was in the womb with high stats. Chuck should have the ability to re-roll ones. You know what? Chuck should have the ability to re-roll ones. But we'll get into all those fun things here in a minute. So where are we going to put these stats? Our highest one being an 18. Should that be in dexterity or strength or constitution? Because those are probably the stats that he would be best. As the meme, we're not statting the man, we're statting the meme. For Chuck, roll 5d6 and take best 5. Plus 5 beard. Yeah, we're going to get to that. That's going to be funny. 6 times 3 plus 1 equals 18. 18 in strength. All right. That's coming from Christopher. We're going to go ahead and put that 18 right there in the strength category. All right.
I'm assuming that's the category for roundhouse kicks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Others are saying in dex, fighter, high strength. Okay, we'll go with that. So I'm guessing 15 dex, 15 constitution, and remember we're going to probably use obviously the human build rules for him, which means that he will also get the variant human traits, which means if your campaign uses the optional feat rules from Chapter 6, your Dungeon Master might allow these variant traits, all of which replace the human's ability score increase trait. So ability score increases, I can choose 2 different ability scores of your choice to increase by 1. So I would actually do that with Dexterity to 16, Constitution to 16. You gain proficiency in 1 skill of your choice, which we will choose that here in a sec. And you gain 1 feat of your choice. And I think we might have to actually create a feat for him. Which would be really funny. So we have our stats right there as far as like our strength 18, dex 16, con 16. We have a 13, 12, and 11. I'm thinking like a 13 intelligence, 12 wisdom, and an 11 charisma. What do you all think on that?
He doesn't really need charisma when his like fists and feet are doing the talking.
Right. Yeah. So we'll drop the 11 in charisma. And then is he smarter or wiser as a meme? Oh, I see what you're saying. The 18 should have been a 19 if we just add that 1 in, because it is Chuck Norris. That's a good one, Melissa. Too low. I'm thinking, what do you think, Johnny? 12 intelligence, 13 wisdom?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. All right, so we have that. We have our human trait. We did our skills there. So we get a proficiency in one skill that we can just add before we get into like what kind of class that he is. So what would you think would be Chuck Norris, the meme, skill or proficiency in one skill of our choice? Would it be acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, arcana, deception, history, insight, intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, performance, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, stealth, or survival? I mean, he could have any of those as a meme. So I'm thinking...
He has animal handling, intimidation through athletics. Let's just start combining them all.
Yeah, it's all... Yeah, once we actually get to him as a character, as a class, I think we're going to... Oh, everybody's just like intimidation. Yep. All right. So he has intimidation. I love it. Now, what class would he be? I know someone had said earlier that he's more a fighter than a monk. Or could he be a dual class? Because we haven't decided what level he is going to be. As of the meme, he should be like level 99, right? That's what I would think is level 99. But oof, there's so many options there. Luke George says wiser, intimidation. You're right. There's a lot of intimidation factors there. But what class? Barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard? And the answer to that cannot be yes, all of those things. Though that would be...
a fighter to me.
What's that?
He just seems like a fighter.
Fighter. Christopher says paladin fighter. Let's see what else we get. I mean, I do think someone else earlier had said fighter, not a monk. So paladin fighter. I mean, it is Chuck Norris. I mean, he's a doppelganger, a chameleon of many things. I think he could be almost anybody, any class, at any time. Craig Starn says fighter monk. I can dig that. But it seems like fighter is like going to be his base class. And maybe as we start creating him, he may dual class or multi-class in other realms. So what level do you think our fighter Chuck Norris will be or should be? He's one level in each class. Which would be interesting because that would actually make him a 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, a 12th level character, but not a lot of like punch. Craig says level 20. Here's the thing, I do have a 30-sided die. We could roll that, be like, this is what level he is, whatever it results on. But 20th level is, I mean, it is Chuck Norris the meme. And what's going to be fun is when we come up with like his whole like special abilities, because we're just going to go to town on that with y'all. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So in this jar here that I have in front of me, or not jar, but like container, it's a glass container of dice. I'm only taking one out. I will replace it so it won't affect the math. But we also have a contest on our Facebook page where if you can guess how many dice are in here, the person who gets the closest or gets spot on will win a copy of Betrayal at House on the Hill, the board game. So you can check that out. But here we go. We're going to take a a roll on the, this isn't going to fit in my dice tower, so I'm just going to move that out of the way real quick and roll it in that space. So it came up there. Can we
Too
see?
bright, you can't see it.
No? Too far?
No, the exposure is just off.
All right. Yeah, it's level 23. I rolled a 23. Here we go. I can see if I can. Yeah, it's too bright, but it was a 23. So level 23 fighter. So he's super strong, which means his stats are going to mod out as well. All right, Malcolm has joined us. Hey, Malcolm. So I'm going to go ahead and put that die back into the container of the pumpkin here and reseal that up. There we go. So he's going to be a 23rd level fighter. So that's crazy. But again, it is very much Chuck Norris-y. We're going to go real quick to, man, it only goes up to level 20 in this, so we have to go beyond that. Proficiency bonus +6. Woo! So it's probably going to be 23, would probably rate the last of 20 of the +6, so it's probably still +6. All right. As a fighter, he's going to have all sorts of cool stuff going on. But then we're going to also add some other things. So as the alternate human build here, I think he gets, you gain 1 feat of your choice at first level. So we're going to be picking all sorts of feats. All right, here we go. Fighter. So, fighters are super tough. At level 4, he gets an ability score improvement. At level 8, gets an ability score improvement. Level 12, 14, 16. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's going to have at least 7 ability score mods. So where are we going to drop those 7 points? All right. I'm thinking that in the end, he'd probably have a 20 strength. So there's 2.
What are they at currently?
18, 16, 16. So 18 strength, 16 dex, 16 constitution, 12 intelligence, wisdom 13, charisma 11. So it can technically be, if you take the 7 additional points from the level gains of being a 23rd level character, you could put 20, make his strength a 20, which is -2, gives you 5. Make his dexterity an 18, which puts us at 3. His constitution an 18, and then his, which leaves us with 1 point, and we can put that maybe on charisma. Maybe he got a little bit more charismatic in his, so he's got a pretty rounded thing. He's got to have higher charisma. Oh, you're right. It is 14 points. Man, thank you for catching that. Bing. You're right. The ability is 2 point is 2 point modifier. So then we could go 20 there, 20 there. So there's 2, 4. 14 on charisma, and a 14 wisdom. So okay, so after the final breakdown, thank you for catching that. After the final breakdown, it's strength 20, dex 20, con 20, intelligence 12, wisdom 14, charisma 14. Good job, Ethan. Good catch. But it's Chuck Norris, so he can also get any feats. We're just going to throw feats on top of this guy. He's going to have all sorts of special abilities, and and funny stuff. All right. So we'll come back to skills because he's going to have quite a few of those. And we'll go, what would his background be, you think, as the ranger or the fighter he is? Would he be like a outlander, an acolyte? Someone earlier had said charlatan, criminal, entertainer, because again, it's as the meme, that's pretty entertaining. But it could be anything. What do you guys think? Chuck Norris, the meme background. And also start thinking up some, we're going to give him like 5 or 6 special abilities that he has acquired over his span as a hero. All right. Noble, urchin for silent move. Folk hero. Oh, folk hero, that's a good one. As a meme, Andrea, we're not statting the man, we're statting the meme. I like folk hero too. That's a pretty funny. So folk hero. There we go. And under folk hero, we get now, do you think we should roll the dice for the different, like his defining event, his suggested characteristics as far as his personality trait, bond, and flaws? An ideal? Do you think we should roll those dice and see what we get? Or do we just want to pick some stuff? Roll for them? All right, Christopher, that's a good call. All right, so we'll grab some dice off the shelf. Lay it out. And see what we got. The first one here is a D10. Let's see what we get. And that is a 9 right there. So 9 is a celestial, fey, or similar creature gave me a blessing or revealed my secret origin. Ooh. What's that? That is a 9 because it's the number then the 0.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So I like that. A celestial, a fey, or a similar creature gave me a blessing or revealed my secret origin. I want to say a celestial because earlier people were saying you don't stay at a god. Right? So the background is he has a secret origin revealed by a celestial. That's kind of funny because that's like Peter Quill, you know, his dad being ego. I'm your dad. I'm your space father. All right. So a celestial being basically gave him told him about his secret origin. So let's come up with that. What is his secret origin? Is he is Chuck Norris the meme a being of celestial descent, like a Nephilim, if you would? I don't know. So we can kind of like maybe he's not truly a human, but he's of something else, half human, half celestial.
Half Texas Ranger.
Half Texas. That's what I was wondering. Is that anybody was going to be like, he's a ranger, aka the Texas Ranger. All right. So the next one is personality traits, which is a D8. So let's find out our Chuck Norris meme build. A 7. I misuse long words and attempt to sound smarter as a personality trait. That's kind of funny.
He doesn't misuse them. You just don't understand the words that he's saying.
That could be it
Chuck
too.
Norris is creating new words all the time.
Chuck Norris is creating new words all the time. That's perfect.
Who are we to say that what he's saying is incorrect or wrong?
That is so funny. Or creates, I'm going to say misuses or creates new or long words to sound smarter, but maybe that's just it. Maybe he just is creating new words. Hashtag creator of words. Dario father him or imperious. Asmer, yes. That's kind of funny. These are all, that's super funny. The next one after personality traits is ideal. Let's find out what Chuck Norris's ideal is. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a D6. My bad. We'll roll one of these ones here. 1, respect. People deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. So he's a good-hearted individual. His ideal is respect. And as the meme, people deserve respect.
They deserve to respect his fists.
That's right. All right. And then bond. What is the thing that is bonding to him? That is also a D6. 1 as well. I have a family, but I have no idea where they are. One day I hope to see them again.
That's his quest. That's his backstory.
Yep. He's been journeying forever to find his family. But like I said, it was told to him that he is possibly the descendant of a celestial being. And someone had mentioned an Asmar, which would be kind of accurate. Yeah, but he was taken from his family at a very young age and has not been able to find them.
This sounds like the next hit drama for the CW.
Oh my God. Or a Netflix original.
Always comes back to Netflix.
Always. Hey, Shane. Shane has joined us. Flaw? What could a flaw be for Chuck Norris the meme? No flaws. All right, here we go. Of 5. Secretly, I believe that things would be better if I were a tyrant lording over the land. Maybe he does feel that way in his heart of hearts.
That's a flaw. That's just ambition.
You know. Secretly thinks things would be better.
Could that come from like his celestial like lineage, possibly? Like it's just in his blood to think that way.
Maybe. Like he could just be like, if I were in charge, this would never be a problem. One, because all of the enemies of this land would be fearful of me, and my hidden fists. That would be like, yeah, because I think we need to get into that. So Chuck Norris, the meme, not the man. We're doing the meme of the man. What kind of special abilities or powers do you think this individual would have? We all know the joke about, Chuck Norris has a third fist in his beard. But, how could we describe that as an ability? Way of the hidden fist? That's like an ability.
That's funny.
Yeah, like he can summon spectral fists that attack and cause damage equal his level. And I think, what do you guys think of that? Does Chuck Norris possess the ability of Way of the Hidden Fist? He's got 100 D30 hit dice. I'm going to put that down. Way of the Hidden Fist. Hello. Hey, what's up? There's an interesting looking fellow, kind of funny to tune in and see Chuck. Yeah, it's we're doing a character build, Vanessa, around Chuck Norris, not the man, the meme. As a lot of people have made a lot of fun memes about, uh, Chuck Norris was bitten by a rattlesnake. 3 days later, the snake died. you know, Stuff like that.
Chuck Norris won a game of Texas Hold'em poker by using Pokemon cards.
Right. Yeah, of course, a few levels in Monk, and I think as one of his abilities, Chuck Norris fights unarmed combat as a monk of equal level. What? The man, the myth, the meme. That's correct. What do you think about that? As one of his special abilities, uh, unarmed combat as a monk of same level. Because, Chuck Norris. I'm going to write that down as a monk of same level. Ethan says he gets a feat that allows him to use all monk abilities as he is equal to his fighter level. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, what else? What are some other fun memes, Johnny, that are related to the myth of Chuck Norris?
Well, oddly enough that you asked, it's what I've been looking up for the last 20 minutes. Chuck Norris hit 11 out of 10 targets with 9 bullets.
Okay, has superior accuracy with ranged weapons, or always shoots with or has advantage with ranged weapons. So he gets to roll 2d20 and always takes the better die roll. And has a trick shot. What do you think about that?
That's not bad.
Yeah. So
Chuck Norris has a grizzly bear carpet in his room. It's not dead. It's just afraid to move.
that's
Kind of animal handling right there.
Yep. So we'll give him animal handling, and that also adds to his intimidation factor. All right. So he has advantage with all ranged weapons. There we go. He has expertise with and advanced with all weapons. Sorry, expertise and advantage with all weapons. Oh, expertise and advantage. Okay, with all weapons. Yeah, why not? It's Chuck Norris. That's funny. What is it? Is it inappropriate, Johnny?
I don't know. It's borderline.
All right.
It has to do with like Chuck Norris working in an office.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
And if you guys out there watching have any Chuck Norris memes or statements like that you want to throw into the chat, that could help us decide what are some of the other abilities that this particular character has besides the normal ones that he would get for being a 23rd level fighter, who is also able to fight as a monk of equal level. Chuck Norris died 10 years ago. Death is just too afraid to tell him. All right, so that adds to his intimidation factor. But I like that. Chuck Norris has no death saving throw. He instantly succeeds. I like that. Okay. Instantly succeeds on all. How about instantly succeeds on all saving throws, including death? All right. I would think that he'd almost have like a aura of fear about him as well, or an aura of intimidation, because that's always one of those things that people say is, Chuck Norris is like, dang, what's the one? I'm trying to think of the one like where, he's not wanted or dang, I can't even think of it. My brain isn't like clicking. Dang, but there's like things where like people don't, look up Chuck Norris for fear that that if they find him, he'll, kill him or whatever. So he has paladin levels for their inspiring presence. How about we just give him aura of intimidation, and the range of that is planetary.
So when you're somewhere and you just feel like the hairs on the back of your neck start to stand up, you know that Chuck Norris is somehow upset.
Yeah, that you've upset Chuck Norris.
Or what is it like in The Sixth Sense? Like when it starts to get really cold, Chuck Norris is upset.
What was that one?
It's like in The Sixth Sense when like the ghost when a ghost would get angry, it would start to get cold. So the ghost is upset. It's like when something happens, when it gets really cold, Chuck Norris is upset. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just spitballing here.
He's never surprised because the eyes of the ranger are always on you. Never surprised. Let's see what we got over here. Just want to say, hey, Cannon Doll X is there. Higzilla. Never ask Chuck Norris for his. Okay. Not gonna. There we go. All right. Here we go. What are some other Chuck Norris-y memes out there, everyone? I'm going to look some up on my phone. See if we can come up with some other fun abilities for Chuck.
I mean, some of these don't really apply to like D&D character creation, but they're still funny. So like Chuck Norris once caught all the Pokemon from a landline. Because it's a mobile game.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Chuck Norris memes. All right. Let's see what we can get on here. Chuck Norris doesn't turn on the shower. He stares at it until it starts to cry. That goes with the intimidation factor. Threw a grenade and killed 50 people. He once dug a hole with a spoon. We also know it as the Grand Canyon. I would almost want to say like he is. I got this one here. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience.
This is the best one I've ever seen. Chuck Norris once passed 6 kidney stones. Those became the Infinity Gems.
Nice. You finished, but you know what? You go right ahead and finish. Let's see. What would it be? Again, something very fantastical. Gets invited to every party. Has a standing invitation at all events or all. For fear that if he wasn't on the list, he would probably like smash something or whatever. How about this one? Chuck Norris was once on American Idol. He won using sign language. So that would be a good one where he also can speak in thieves' cant fluently.
Did we put in there animal handling already?
Yeah, I put it down as a skill that he's proficient in.
All right.
So I'm writing that down. He speaks perfect, thieves can't because he can. This is a good one. Chuck Norris's Gmail account is gmail@chucknorris.com. uh, can summon Bruce Lee to fight with him? Ooh, haven't mentioned subclasses yet. Rick, what subclasses are we going for? Did I miss it? Sarah, we haven't mentioned any subclasses, but we're kind of like just throwing some in there. What are some subclasses that you think Chuck Norris, the meme, he can be an Eldritch Knight fighter and get spells. Chuck Norris, oh yeah. The one thing that he's never, that he can't do is fight himself, because if he does, it would knock the planet off of its axis. And we don't want that to happen. Wait, Chuck Norris needs a feat spellclass to get cantrips. All spells are cantrips. That's funny. Hunter's Mark as a cantrip. All right, so let's take a look at the subclasses of fighter. We have Battle Master, as someone mentioned, Eldritch Knight. Battle Master, Champion, Eldritch Knight. Yeah. You know, I think Eldritch Knight would work very well as a subclass for him, because he could have, you know, some magic. And what's funny is, I like that. All spells are considered cantrips to Chuck Norris. That's really funny. Taking Tavern Brawler feat for the grappler. Of course, Tavern Brawler. How about in the box that says other proficiencies and languages, do you think we should just put down all, can speak all languages? Because intimidation knows no language barriers.
See, the whole thing is, it's like all of this is actually a moot point, because the character creation manual is all based around Chuck Norris. All the stats and everything there, that's just him anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to put that all, because intimidation knows no boundaries, language barriers. I like that. All right. Equipment. What else we got? It's kind of funny when you're looking at your character sheet, right? You get all your stats and you got all these different blocks. And of course, on the back of the character sheet, you've got allies and organizations. What would be some funny allies and organizations that Chuck Norris would be aligned with in a D&D setting? Do you think that he would be allied with the majority of like the big, you know, whatever the main like organizations for good are, but he would also have an affiliation with all the organizations of bad, because they don't want to get on Chuck Norris's bad side. They all pay like a tax or a levy to him so as not to be on his bad side.
Like what kind of, like, what are you thinking? Like what kind of organization?
Well, like if he were to appear within the Forgotten Realms, he could be a member. Like he's a Lord of Waterdeep, even though there's only 9. But he is the Lord over those 9. The Zentirum from Zental Keep tell ghost stories of Chuck Norris to put everybody in line, to keep them keep them in line. type situations. Like every organization has a Chuck Norris thing that either they're friendly to him, or they utilize him as the boogeyman to their kids or to their
Yeah, all these urban myths and legends. And
Yeah.
It's like Sasquatch was just like Chuck Norris after he hadn't shaved in a while. Just someone like saw like the utter might and strength of this beast. I'm like, that can't be a man. That's the Sasquatch figure. Nope, just Chuck Norris wandering around after not shaving for a while.
Right. Has natural body armor.
Yeah.
Peter F. Adams says, none, he is the lone wolf, but they all want to be affiliated with him. I like that. None, he has no affiliations. However, they either praise him or they are, he is the boogeyman. We also have additional feet.
Both.
What?
Or in some cases, both.
Yeah. His backstory, we already know the backstory of Chuck Norris, the meme. He was and has always been treasure. Like, what kind of magic items would he carry, or would I kind of want to give him like an intelligent weapon of some sort, but the thing is the intelligent weapon obviously can't dominate him, so it's like subjected to the will of Chuck Norris. Because that's one of the funny things about intelligent weapons; they can sometimes dominate the wielder and make them do things they normally wouldn't do, like a sword that always makes you enter combat regardless. It like dominates you. It's like, nope, we're going into this combat, even though it's probably not the best idea. I'm just trying to think what would be a good item like that for Chuck Norris. So many things, so many options. How about this? You guys, Chuck Norris has all magic items. Chuck Norris is the keeper of all magic items. The ones that are let loose in the world are only let loose because he allows them to be. I like that. Keeper of all magic. Any items found by others are because he allows it. All right. That's pretty funny.
I kind of just picture him like leaving all this like trail of like mystical weapons and stuff like that. Like I just picture like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Like that was just once Chuck Hammer is just like everyday like hammer. He just used it for pounding nails.
Right.
But he's like, he tossed it aside, and it was just happened to be like so mighty that Thor could only pick it up. He's leaving those kinds of things behind. They're just beneath him.
Peter actually has a good one here, is that all magic items came about because he touched them.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, maybe it was originally just a normal hammer, but because Chuck used it so often to build things, it was it kind of imbued the power into it.
Yeah.
I like that. And he has the ability to touch things and make them magical.
There you go.
Yeah. This is hilarious. All right. Very cool. All right, everybody. I think that's kind of where we're going to end the actual build here, because we got about 10 minutes left. But I wanted to just kind of do a couple little reminders here at the end. One reminder: you see the glass pumpkin here with all the dice in it. On the Facebook page, we do have a contest where you can win a copy of Betrayal at House on the Hill, but you have to guess all the how many dice are in here. The person who gets the closest will be the winner, and we'll announce that on the 30th. Now we also have
If Chuck Norris tried to guess that number, all the dice would just hop out until that number was correct.
exactly. We also have we're also doing a giveaway of this amazing book, Dungeons and Dragons: Art and Arcana, a visual history of all the amazing artwork that was inspired and created within the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. You can go onto our Facebook page as well, and if you see, there's going to be a picture of me holding it in front of some artwork of like Star Wars stuff. But follow the instructions that's on that post, and someone will win this. We're going to announce that on the 26th, which is next Friday, right? Yeah, next Friday, the 26th. So someone's going to win this. It's an amazing book, and maybe when you're out on the con circuit at Gen Con or Origins or San Diego or any of those conventions, if you happen to attend those types of things, maybe one of the creators will sign it. And also, so you know, there's like the foreword in this is by Joe Manganiello, who we all know is a big D&D fan. And there's also a thing in here. Matt Mercer did some stuff in it, wrote some stuff in it. There's also some other cool interviews type things, and then there's some shout outs on the back. So James Gunn said that this book is an exotic, magical, and fun trip into the world of Dungeons & Dragons, whether you've ever held a 12-sided die or not. John Romero, co-creator of Doom, said, I grew up during the early days of Dungeons & Dragons, and it's been decades since I've seen the wonders that enthralled me during that magical time. This is an incredible tome of power. Deborah Ann Wall, actor and D&D enthusiast. You would know her as, I believe she was
She was on True Blood.
True Blood and also Daredevil. She's
in Daredevil.
In Daredevil. This fascinating deep dive into the world of Dungeons and Dragons will thrill both the connoisseur of role-playing games as well as anyone interested in visual histories. I found so much information to inspire daydreams for months. I can't wait to add this to my library of all things geeky. Matthew Mercer from the Dungeon Master from Critical Role, voice actor on literally mazillions of characters. Whether you got to experience the birth of Dungeons & Dragons and want to relive the origin spark, or are new to the community and would love to adventure through the visual chronicle of its past, present, and future, I cannot recommend this book enough. And Adam Goldberg, creator of The Goldbergs, Ernie Klein, author of Ready Player One, Amy Hennig, creator of the Uncharted series, also said some really nice things about this book. And we want to give this copy away to one of you out there. So make sure you go to the Game Trade Media Facebook page and do the things to win the book. So on that note, we built Chuck Norris. The meme is a 5th edition character. Everybody watching, we appreciate you joining us in the chat and giving us guidance and direction on where we should take this character. It was a lot of fun. We'll be back soon with some Painting Happy Little Minis next week and Board Games and Beyond later this afternoon, and another episode of Building Character real soon. So stay tuned. This has been Building Character. I'm Rick, and I'll see you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Building Character. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.